Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12-Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, December 14th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice and Fantasy Football Guru, Philly Pete. We're live on 12-Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you all had a phenomenal weekend. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them. Use the promo code 12OUNCE, 12OZ, and from there they will match your first deposit up to 125%. Simple as that. Once again, BetUS, create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12OUNCE, 12OZ. Zingo TV, channel 761. Those out there tuning in, welcome aboard. If you don't have it, download it. It's a free app on every streaming device out there. And once you do, set up an account and then flip over to channel 761, where you'll be hearing today's episode live, of course, of the show. Amazon.com, 12-Ounce Sports has a website out there. Go check it out today. Holidays are right around the corner. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And don't forget to check out the 12-Ounce Sports Store, where we have a bunch of apparel, of course, from yours truly. I have Pete's Power Plays apparel, sweatshirts, t-shirts, whatever you name it. Check it out today. I have all colors, sizes, whatever you may need. Check it out today and get your Pete's Power Plays apparel today. Simple as that. Support your man. Okay, so we're back. New week, new episode. We are creeping into the holidays already. 11 days of Christmas, almost towards the new year. The weekend did not treat us that well at all. Friday treated us great. We had 20 of the last 27 NHL cards on the plus side until the weekend hit. The weekend treated us like crap. 3-unit play lost for the clients, and then a 2-unit play lost as well. So a really brutal weekend for the most part. All in all, had a bit of a tease the other night with the Panthers Avalanche over 6 goals there. You had basically 1 goal after 2 periods, or 2 goals after 2 periods, and then all of a sudden the goals started coming, and couldn't manage to get the push there, which was a brutal take. That's how the weekend was. So on Saturday, on the 11th of December, I go 5-9 with a minus 6.25 overall units, and then Sunday on the 12th, go 2-5 with a minus 4.85 overall units. So 7-14 on the weekend, with a minus 11.1 overall units. That is absolutely terrible. It was bound to happen, though. We were on fire. The last 20 out of 27 cards were on fire. I mean, nothing you could do about it. But back to reality a little bit. It was bound to happen. But like I always say, bounce back is ahead. So the NHL season currently sits as 238 wins, 244 losses, and 7 pushes. That gives me a grand total right now of minus 26.55 overall units. So again, all in all, we did fight back. Like I said, we did fight back from over 40 units down. Now we're, in the mid-20s. It happens. So, we were on fire. It was bound to get cold at some point, and the weekend definitely took care of that. So fire was extinguished from the hot cards that we had. The last bunch of them that we had. So, it is what it is. We move on. I'm not going to hang my head low on that, but that was it. Daily fantasy, for the most part, did pretty good as well. Again, just the entire season, clients were cashing out their lineups all year for the most part. A little bit of non-cash outs here and there, but for the most part, they were cashing out lineups pretty consistently during the course of the season. So, but again, I want to keep rolling that for sure. And if you want to sign up, you can sign up for the entire rest of the season. NFL DFS, you get the playoffs, NHL season and playoffs as well for 200. So as easy as can be, I'll probably drop it to about 150 after the new year. So if you're thinking about it, let me know. Always DM me. Of course, I'm down for if you're interested, let me know. I mean, simple as that. But that was the weekend. That was basically on the weekend for the course of everything. And again, we'll get back to reality. Not a big deal. Again, I'm one of those guys that will not hide their wins or losses, let alone losses after having a terrible, terrible weekend. I will not hide. I don't hide. I don't hide losses whatsoever. I mean, a lot of people will, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that you have people out there that will hide their losses. And you know who you are, so there's no need to do that. Just respect the game. Everyone respects you if you count out losses. I had 0-12 early November, about a month ago, and I tweeted that out. 0-12. I was more than happy to do it. That's just how it is. That's how transparency works when it comes to be a capper. Too many frauds and clowns out there that think they have 2 hot weeks, and then all of a sudden they lose, and then they don't post anything. That's how Twitter is sometimes. So when it comes to one of the best, I am one of the best on Twitter when it comes to transparency, because you don't really see that at all. Some of you that I know that aware that a lot of people they are transparent, and that's just how you get the respect. That's how you get respect as a NHL capper. You know who you are as well. So I don't have to mention any handles, and you all happen to be pretty good friends of mine on the Twitterverse. So but enough of that. We have a huge NHL card here tonight. Very huge. We'll bounce back into this week. That's what I like to do. I like to bounce back. 20 of the last 29 cards have been on the plus side. So we're still doing pretty well. All right, the weekend killed us, but we were doing pretty well for the most part here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 games because of the Nashville Flames game. Calgary-Nashville game obviously postponed because of COVID. This thing is never ending. It's getting a little ridiculous now. But that's just how it is. 13 games tonight. Again, a lot on the menu to talk about. So let's get into it. I'll do a couple games, and I'll take my commercial, and then I will talk the rest of the slate. And then, of course, I will recap what I talked earlier if you guys missed out. So let's start off tonight. You have the LA Kings at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Over-unders at 5.5. Tampa minus 180 on the money line. 80% of the money going towards the Lightning there. They opened up at minus 200. Now they're down to minus 180. So a little bit of money going towards the Kings way there at plus 155. So again, solid money for LA, traveling, of course, to the East Coast there. Tampa at home, 8-3-1 for the Bolts this year at home. Solid home team. 6-7 covering the puck line, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. LA comes in 4-4-2 on the road, 7-3 on the road covering the puck line, and 4-5-1 with the overs. All right, so right off the bat, I mean, this could be a game where the LA Kings come in and upset the Bolts. Absolutely, I just have a slight feeling about this. These are Tuesday night games. Tuesday nights tend to be a very difficult slate to cap. Here we are. I mean, we thought the weekend was bad. Well, you come into Tuesday night with a solid slate and a very tough card to cap. But LA at plus 155 is very solid numbers. They're a good puck line road team as well in their last 10, like I said. It's worth considering taking the plus 1.5 on the puck line for the Kings here. But the way Tampa is at home and how great they are at home, I got to take the Bolts here. I like Tampa Bay here. In regulation, I would consider taking. So, I mean, maybe consider a 4-3 sort of game, 3-2 sort of game. Maybe you can get that LA Kings puck line and the Tampa Bay Lightning on the money line. That would be a good payout. It's tough to do, but it does happen from time to time. But I'm on the Bolts here. I just like the way that they were playing at home this year. One of the best in the NHL, of course, behind a few other caliber teams. So give me the Lightning here. And I like the over. I'm going to take a shot here with the over 5.5. Tampa came out flat the other day against Ottawa. You have Brian Elliott in net. I expect to see Vasilevsky in net tonight. And a team to definitely score tonight. They got shut out by Ottawa. And, that's not what we like to see at all, coming from the Bolts side of things. We're not seeing Tampa Bay getting shut out by a not-so-superior team in the Senator. So I think the Lightning come out here with a vengeance. They have to be a little bit ticked off. So I think they win tonight. I think they take care of business against the Kings, and I like the over 5.5. There you go, LA Kings, Tampa Bay Lightning. And I will talk one more, then I'll head to a commercial. Let's do Ottawa Senators at the Florida Panthers. Over-under is set at 6. Some books are at 6.5. I like the over 6 in this game. I believe you can get that to about minus 125 right now. But 6.5 will be at -110. I like the over 6.5 either way. I like the over 6.5, whatever you have. I'm on the over here. I have to imagine Ottawa will get a few goals because they tend to do that. And then the Florida Panthers as well. You know they're high offense as well. Only scored 2 goals against Colorado. No one expected that. So I think playing the Senators, the Panthers are probably good for about 4 or 5 goals tonight. Maybe a 5-2 game here. Florida Panthers with a victory. But Florida, like I said, opened up at -300. Now they're at -270. Again, I still like the Panthers in this situation. 80% of the money going towards the Panthers here. Sens getting +220 on the money line. Another solid dog play, but not tonight. Panthers are 14-1 at home this year. Again, the best team in the NHL in terms of home ice. Between them and the Hurricanes, I mean, they play so well at home. 8-7, however, at home, covering the puck line, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. Ottawa comes in 3-7-1 on the road, 5-6 on the road, covering the puck line, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. I'm all over the Panthers here, like Panthers in regulation, like the Panthers -1, -1.5. And the over 6 and over 6.5. I also like the first period over 1.5 goals. I expect to see the Panthers score at least 2 in the first period on their own. So that's where I'm on. I'm all over the Panthers tonight. I like the overs, first period and full game over, 6 or 6.5, whatever you may have. I just think Florida is good enough for about 4 or 5 tonight. Ottawa should be able to slip in about a goal or 2. Get that over for us tonight. So there you have it there. But give me a quick 2-minute commercial break with that on hand, and I'll be back. I'll be back in 2. Simple as that, and we'll talk the rest of the NHL card.
Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-ounce sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 12OZ and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Tuesday, brand new week, brand new episode, December 14th, 2021 of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice and Fantasy Football Guru, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12-ounce sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Again, this show is always sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce12OZ, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Zingo TV, channel 761. Sign up today. Again, and then flip over to channel 761. You'll be hearing today's episode live. Check out the Amazon.com website, like I mentioned earlier. That's www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And of course, the 12-ounce sports store. Holidays are here. Get your favorite apparel from your favorite store, from your favorite shows, I say, from the 12-ounce sports team. Like I said, you have a bunch of shows on this group here. I mean, it's a great, great network that we have. Check it out today, and check out the 12-ounce sports store. Get your apparel. And of course, Pete's Power Plays. I have a bunch of apparel as well. Shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever you name it. Buy it today. All different kinds of colors, sizes to fill your needs on this holiday season. Okay, so we are back. I mentioned before the commercial break, the Tampa Bay Lightning game against the LA Kings. I'm on the Lightning tonight, and I like the over 5.5 between the Kings and Bolts. And then Ottawa and Florida. Before I took the commercial, I took the Florida Panthers. I'm all over the Panthers and Bolts right off the bat. Panthers -1.5, -1 regulation. I also like the over 6.5 and first period over there as well. these are. I just have a feeling the Panthers. They lost to the Avalanche to come home. Ottawa shut out the Bolts. I mean, you have to imagine. Florida comes out flying. I could see like a 5-2 sort of game. Cash this out. First period should cash out as well, no problem. And Tampa. I mean, don't be surprised if the LA Kings, cover that +1.5 spot. They're 7-3 in their last 10 on puck lines away. It's a good number. It is a good number there. And Tampa not so much. 6-7 at home covering the puck line. But all in all, to be fair, I do like the Bolts here, and I do like the Panthers. But expect this Kings game to be a lot closer than what people think, so as advertised. And both overs, of course, that's where I'm leaning between these two games. Okay, the New Jersey Devils at the Philadelphia Flyers. Over-under set at 5.5 here. Flyers -125 on the money line. Devils +105. Flyers 70% of the money going towards in that direction. I mean, it's unbelievable just how this team's they're on a 2-game winning streak. All right, they beat the Knights. They beat the Coyotes. They come home. All right, Devils beat them last outing. It's time for a revenge spot. Flyers are getting 70% of the money. Small money line -125 tonight. They're 4-6 at home this year. 5-7 at home covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Jersey comes in 3-6-1 on the road, 5-6 in the last 11 on the road puck line, and then 6-4 in the last 10 on the overs. I'm going Flyers here. I'm going Flyers money line. I think it's they're playing good as of late. And I think, they get a little revenge spot here against Jersey. And, Jersey beat them pretty good last time. So I like the Flyers here. Bounce back spot, revenge spot. Make it three in a row at home. Basically make it 3 in a row in the last 3. I also like the over 5.5. I have a feeling this is going to move to 6 at some point. But both teams are 6-4 in the last 10 in terms of overs. So, I mean, going to keep carrying the over stride as is. So, give me over 5.5 and Flyers on the money line tonight. All right, Montreal Canadiens at the Pittsburgh Penguins. Over-under set at 5.5. Pittsburgh -325 on the money line. Huge number. 80% of the money going in that direction. Montreal +250 on the money line, and of course getting only 20% of the money. Pittsburgh 6-5-2 at home this year, 4-9 covering the puck line at home, and 4-6 in the last 10 with the overs. The Habs come in 2-10-2 on the road, 6-8 though, covering the puck line in the last 14 on the road, and 4-6 as well in the last 10. Give me the Penguins here in a parlay. Montreal could easily come in here and win, no problem, but Pittsburgh has been playing pretty solid as of late, and I think they keep it up. Montreal's terrible. They're a terrible road team. I don't expect them to, maybe they're in it in the first period or so, but I just think Pittsburgh should take advantage of this. It's a huge number to lay. Definitely consider putting them in a money line parlay. I would consider that. Pittsburgh -1.5 is probably about -130-ish. Heavily favored on the Pittsburgh Penguins here tonight. But I'm on the Penguins here. Penguins in a parlay. I like them to cover the puck line -1.5 as well. They should take care of business here. I'm thinking about a 4-1 victory, and that's where I'm leaning. I like the under 5.5 as well in this game. Montreal, it's just so difficult for them to trust to even score at this rate. Pittsburgh has been low-scoring affairs as well as of late. So I'm on the under 5.5 in this game, and I'm all over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Simple, quick and simple there. All right, we move on to Boston at the Garden up in Boston. You have the Vegas Golden Knights at the Boston Bruins. Over/unders at 5.5. This is I feel like this is a much closer game than what the line is saying, but Boston's -130 on the money line. Vegas is +110. Some books can get +115. Shop around. Boston's getting 65% of the money. Vegas is getting 35% of the money. Boston is 7-4-1 at home this year. 3-9 at home, covering the puck line in the last 12, and 3-7 with the overs as of late in the last 10. Vegas comes in 6-5 on the road, 6-5 on the road, covering the puck line, and 7-3 in their last 10 with the overs. I like this dog play tonight. I like Vegas here on the money line at +110. Shop around, like I say, you get +115 somewhere. But I like Vegas here. It's a good spot for them. I do. I like it here. I think they bounce back. They get a nice win here on the road in Boston, where it's very difficult to play. But I like the Knights. Give me the Knights at the plus spot tonight, +110, +115. These two teams are playing opposite in terms of over-unders. Boston's playing under hockey as of late. Vegas, 7-3 in the last 10 with the overs. I mean, again, overs are happening there. If this game was in Vegas, I would consider taking the over. But since this game is in Boston, I'm going to go with the under in this game as well. Under 5.5. Some books are even at 6. I like the under in this spot here, just because Boston, they just have been inconsistent, and the game is in Boston, so I'm kind of more on the underside of things here. But I like Vegas here in the money line at plus 115, plus 110. That's where I'm leaning at in this game. Okay. Moving on, Islanders at the Detroit Red Wings. Over-unders at 5.5. This is an absolute pick of a game. Minus 110 across the board each way. 55% though of the money is going towards the Isles there. This is a pick'em. This is an absolute pick'em of a game. Detroit at home, 9-3-2 at home this year, playing very good hockey at home this year. 7-7 at home, covering the puck line, and 6-3-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Islanders come in 6-6-2 on the road. 7-8 on the road, covering the puck line, and 5-5 with the overs. Some books are even showing a 5 spot in this game at minus 135. If you have 5, take the over. I like the over 5. Just get a 2-2 sort of game. That's how I feel, and then you're getting a push. You're guaranteed a push. But I will buy that half a goal down to 5 at minus 135. I will take the over 5 in this spot here. Islanders, Detroit. And you know what? Islanders have been playing pretty decent as of late, to be honest with you. They've been playing pretty solid. We'll give them a little bit benefit of the doubt here. Give me the Isles here. It's a tough spot. Like I said, it's a tough side to pick on in this game. Probably a no bet for me in this game. Besides the over, I'm more of an over 5 spot in this game than an actual side. But it's this close that I feel like, don't get me wrong, Detroit's playing phenomenal hockey at home this year, but I think the Isles have a good momentum on their back, trying to make a nice little push to the playoffs. You're getting, I know we're only 2 months into the season, but now that these players are healthier and they're playing better, they got their chemistry back a little bit. I'm gonna roll with the Isles here. Small number, minus 110. Give me the Islanders on the money line and the over 5 as they head to Hockey Town. All right. Carolina Hurricanes at the Minnesota Wild. Over-unders at 5.5. Minnesota minus 150 on the money line. Of course, Carolina's plus 130 with the news of Sebastian Aho on the COVID list. He's out tonight, but Vancouver took care of business. They did beat Carolina the other night. Of course, Carolina did not have their best player on the ice. So this is going to be a difficult situation here for Carolina. But this reminds me of that San Jose Sharks game where the Sharks had 7 players on COVID. This was probably like last month. And Sharks still managed to win this game. Everybody and their mothers tonight are on the Minnesota Wild here tonight, minus 150. I get it. They're getting 60% of the money. They're 10-2 at home this year, 7-5, covering the puck line, and 7-3 in the last 10 with the overs. Carolina, a great road team, 12-4-1 on the road, 9-8 covering the puck line, and they're 2-6-2 with the overs. I like the over 5.5. Minnesota is riding high with these goals, and they're scoring at will. They are scoring at will. They're getting us this money. They're getting us this over money. And you know what? I'm gonna take a shot here. I know the entire world is on Minnesota tonight. I want to fade the public tonight. I want to take a chance and take the Carolina Hurricanes on the money line at plus 130. I like the Hurricanes as well, plus 1.5. No Aho, but I feel like one of these games. I feel like that everyone's gonna be on. The opposite's gonna hit, and I want to think it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be this game here tonight. So. Minnesota, I like the over. I like the over 5.5 in this game. I really do. I will keep riding Minnesota overs until it eventually loses. But I want to go with the Hurricanes. Money line, plus 130. I also like the plus 1.5 spot. No Aho, I get it. But I want to take a shot here because, like I said, the whole world is on the Minnesota Wild tonight. And I'm going to take a change of pace. Once in a while, you got to fade the public. So I'm going to do it tonight, and it's going to be in this game. So Canes and the over 5.5. All right, Buffalo, Winnipeg, over-unders at 5.5. Winnipeg minus 260 on the money line, getting 80% of the money. 9-4 at home, 8-6 covering the puck line at home. 5-4-1 with the overs. Buffalo comes in 2-7-2 on the road, 6-5 on the road, covering the puck line and 5-5 in the last 10 with the overs. I'm all over Winnipeg here tonight, and I like the over. I like the over 5.5. Winnipeg here as well. I like them in regulation, minus 1.5. Maybe parlay them with the Pittsburgh Penguins here tonight. And if you're considering a 3-teamer, you could probably add in. You could probably add in Florida as well. Florida, Pittsburgh, and Winnipeg tonight is a solid 3-team money line parlay. I like that a lot. But give me the over 5.5 and give me the Jets here as well. Sweet and simple. I'm fading Buffalo like usual as well. Okay. St. Louis, Dallas, over under 5.5. Dallas It's a pick'em game. Dallas is minus 150 on the money line, but getting 50% of the money. I mean, this is back and forth. St. Louis is plus 130. Now, don't get me wrong. Dallas is 9-2-1 at home this year, 7-5 covering the puck line, but 1-9 in their last 10 with the overs. St. Louis 5-5-1 on the road, 6-7 on the road covering the puck line, and 6-3-1 in the last 10 with the overs. I like the under 5.5. You're in Dallas. If this was in St. Louis, I consider maybe taking the over, but this is in Dallas. I like the under 5.5. And I mean, like, this could easily, St. Louis could definitely win this game as well. This could be another game where you have a dog to win this game. Dallas, though, has been playing extremely well at home this year. Another tough side to pick, just like the Islanders and the Red Wings sort of game here tonight. St. Louis, they could cover that puck line, but Dallas, like I said, they're playing good right now, playing great hockey. I will take, and for the price, it's too much for me to take for Dallas. I like the under 5.5 more, but give me the St. Louis Blues here. I want to take them with a shot here. Plus 130 on the money line, and the plus 1.5 on the puck line as well. That's how I'm feeling. I'm liking these, for the value here for a good, for a good team in the Blues. I mean, I do like the price at plus 130. No disrespect to Dallas, but St. Louis at plus 130 is a good spot. And I like that puck line plus 1.5. So there you go. Blues and the under 5.5. All right, Rangers at the Colorado Avalanche. This is probably a good over here tonight. Over-unders at 6. Colorado is minus 200 on the money line, getting 70% of the money. Colorado 9-2-1 at home this year, 8-4 covering the puck line, 7-3 with the overs in the last 10. Rangers come in at plus 165 on the money line, getting 35%. This game's going to be a lot closer than what people think. 10-3-2 for the Red Hot Rangers. 10-5 covering the puck line on the road, and 4-6. I like the over 6. I like the over first period. Big fan of these tonight. And believe it or not, I'm a fan of the New York Rangers tonight as well. Again, plus 165 on the money line. Give it to me right now. I want to drop a little sprinkle on that. That's a very low play for me, but I do like the Rangers to come out. I like the puck line more, plus 1.5, maybe parlay. The puck line parlay, plus 1.5 with the Rangers, Canes, Blues, a combination of those three. I like all three of those. Probably Blues and Rangers more, but I do like the Rangers puck line, plus 1.5. Sprinkle that plus 165 money line as well. I do. I trust Rangers goaltending more than I do Colorado at the moment, and they're playing really good right now. And, of course, the over 6 in first period. All right, I got about 2 minutes left. Let's speed it up here. Leafs, Oilers, over-unders at 6 here. Edmonton is another pick'em game. 60% of the money, though, is going towards the Oils at plus 105. Toronto's minus 120. Edmonton's lost 5 in a row. Are they going to turn it around here tonight? I'm not sure. We'll see. There's people out on Edmonton as well defensively. 9-5 at home, 5-9 covering the puck line, and 4-5-1 their last 10 with the overs. Toronto comes in 7-4-1 on the road, 5-7 on the road, covering the puck line at 8-2 in their last 10 with the overs. I like the over 6. I like the over first period in this game as well. But the fact that defense is kind of lack on the Oilers, I believe tonight they lose 6 in a row. I like the Maple Leafs minus 120 on the small money line. That's where I'm going here. So Leafs and the over 6 and first period. Jackets, Canucks over-unders at 5.5. Vancouver minus 145 on the money line. Jackets plus 125 on the money line. Vancouver's been hot. 7-7-1 at home, 8-7 covering the puck line at home, 3-7 their last 10 with the overs. Jackets come in 5-8 on the road, 7-6 on the road, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Vancouver's at home, playing good hockey, giving the minus 145 money line spot for the Canucks here. I think they win here tonight against the Jackets. As much as I love taking the Jackets over, Vancouver is home. I like the under spot. They tend to play defensively at home. Give me like a 3-2 sort of Vancouver win, but I like the Canucks and the under. And last but not least, Kraken at the Sharks. Over-unders at 5.5. Sharks minus 145. 75% of the money going in that direction. 7-5 at home. 6-7 covering the puck line. 5-5 in the last 10. Seattle 3-7-1 on the road. Fade City for me. 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Like I said, we keep riding the Kraken over. I want to ride the Kraken over once again. Give me the over 5.5. And give me the Sharks. Give me the Sharks here on the money line. I can't trust the Kraken at all right now. So give me Sharks minus 145 on the money line and the over 5.5. And there you go. I'm out of time. A lot of hockey I talked about. 13 games tonight. Look out for your cards later. Clients, look out for yours as well. Have a great Tuesday night, and I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And let's catch some puck. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.